Hello everyone and welcome to another Feed Army video. My name is Emmanuel and today we're going to talk about a bit of drama. Not necessarily with our client, we're all good, but with something else related to the account. So 2 days ago, which was this week on the 7th of March, so it happened actually on the 6th of March, the account for Google Merchant Center all of a sudden disappeared. I straight away in panic mode, oh no, what happened? This can't be the client itself because I know him way too well to know that he would never close down that account. So I quickly contacted Google with a contact form to then request for the account to be reactivated because I know that should have not happened, that account would be closed. So after the form was submitted, a couple of hours later, Google contacted back to reconfirm the verification. So most likely because it needs to come from your email address so they can identify who is admin in the Google Merchant Center account. So all you do is just add your name, the company you represent, and then the account ID for the Merchant Center account. You submit that and then within 24 hours you should have that account re-enabled. So luckily in our case, while I was asleep, the account was reactivated and my client then quickly resubmitted the feed. So in this case, he created his own feed and I managed the improvements for the Google Merchant Center account and managed Google Ads. So the thing that I did not know is that once you're once you remove the account or close down the account, everything is removed. So the feed is removed, all the feed rules are removed, all the supplemental feeds are removed. So all of that had to be re-added, as well as all the account linking. So like Google Ads, Google Analytics, platforms like PayPal, all of that is disconnected. So once you have reactivated the account, you need to check everything, all the pages to ensure that everything is added again, because most likely it disappeared. Why this happens, that's very strange, but the reason why the account was closed, and I'm pretty upset about that, is that actually an agency from 6 years ago, which still had access to Google Merchant Center account, just decided to close down the account. I mean, everybody who knows how accounts work is you don't close down an account that you don't own. You disconnect yourself, right? You unsubscribe or you remove yourself from the account. I do that all the time from Google Analytics, Google Tag Manager, Google Merchant Center. If I no longer need access or the client has moved on, just remove yourself. Don't close the account. That is not something you should be doing. So whoever does that, I mean, I'm fuming. I nearly want to say a couple of swear words, but we need to make it a little bit polite on YouTube. But I mean, I'm furious. That's not how you manage an account. Even if you no longer manage the client, you have to have respect for your clients. Because you never know, like for example, I have in many cases that a client wants to move on. The reason, for example, because I specialize in Google Shopping, they want to use an agency that can do everything. So like social media, Microsoft Ads, and then Google Shopping, so that they all do that together. And I say, it's fine, you can move on. So in those cases, I just unlink myself. But in most cases, they just want to come back. So if you burn the bridge by just deleting the account, that client will never come back. In fact, you get negative reviews, you will be bombarded with hate. That's not gonna make your company look good. So when a customer leaves, just let them go, be polite. Even if it's on bad terms, still be polite, try to understand the situation on the other side. And most of the times, like nearly 70 or 80% of the times when a customer leaves, they always come back. The reason is because I specialize in Google Shopping, so I can do a lot better performance than an agency, for example, that spreads their wings over all these different things. But you know, it has positives and negatives, of course, because, for example, I specialize in Google Shopping, but I'm not good at Microsoft Ads or social media, especially not social media. Microsoft Ads, that would be still a possibility. So The moral of the story is to always be polite in your actions. Think of it from the perspective of the end user, so your client itself. Never perform bad actions to your clients or ex-clients. If there's a heated moment, just take a step back, reevaluate the situation, and then come back with a positive mind. I've been in negative areas as well, so it's not like this is impossible, that I'm pitch perfect. Everybody gets a little bit emotional and angry. That's normal. But doing bad actions to your clients, that should never happen. So the second moral of the story is, when you have a new client, now I'm gonna check all my existing clients, is to make sure that you remove all the users that should not have access to the account, because you never know that they can do some bad actions by removing or closing down the account. So if you have any questions, actually one more tip. So with Google Merchant Center, especially with my account, because I have an MCC account and something related to the age of my account, when I sometimes add a new client, I become a super admin, even though they added me as an admin. I don't know how it happens, but it has something to do with the business manager, and something weird happens that I become super admin in that situation. Now in that case, make sure that you just add the other user, so the original client, as super admin, so that they own the account. You don't want to end up that a client just all of a sudden says, oh, why can I not remove this person? He's all of a sudden, or she is all of a sudden super admin, and you cannot remove that person. So in that case, be polite, make sure that you give them access to as super admin, and explain that this is something weird Google does, and this is not something you have done intentionally. Because sometimes I've had it actually last month, a client that I've added like 2 months, and then all of a sudden they ask, oh, why can I not access the business manager account? And I'm like, I don't know, looked into it, and all of a sudden I realized that I'm super admin and they are not. When it first launched, that problem was actually more prominent. So it was more prominent when you migrated from GMC Classic to Next, and then whoever did the migration became the super admin. So in that case, it was always me. So I had like a whole list of accounts where I was super admin. So you had to make changes to ensure that the original client is super admin. So you as an agency, you shouldn't have access as super admin. Sometimes, actually nowadays, I think it is useful because you can do brand management and some other points like the AI agent. So those 2 points you will most likely need super admin access. So, but I'm still in the testing phase in that regard. So that's it for today. Make sure that you are in good faith with your client. Don't take anything for granted that everybody else would be in good faith for your client's account. So make sure that you remove them. And that should be it. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope it has been helpful. I'll see you in the next one.